We are back for Game 2 at University Liggett of the Glenn Conley Invitational. This time the Knights, after a walk-off win in Game 1, welcome the number 1 team in Division I, the Northville Mustangs. Ian Unsworth and Chad Bush back for another fantastic baseball contest. We got 2 top teams in the state, Chad, and 2 number 1 players as well in their respective classes.
A lot of talent up and down both rosters, and these teams coming in on both ends of the momentum spectrum. You've got Liggett coming off back-to-back wins over South, tight game, low-scoring affair, and then just coming off the win against Western by a run. Meanwhile, Northville comes in after taking their 3rd loss of the year just about 30 minutes ago in Grosse Pointe South. We got a dandy today.
Should have primetime pitching as well. Evan Deek on the hill for the Mustangs, and we've got the Michigan commit Barr on the bump for Liggett. And we'll talk to Kevin Glenn after this.
Welcome back to Grosse Pointe Liggett. We're glad to be joined by the new head football coach for the Knights, Kevin Glenn, a fellow Catholic leaguer, a guy that has roots in the Catholic League. Went to Detroit to Porres, an all-state football player, and you've gone on to do great things. 18 years in the Canadian Football League, the only player ever to play for every Canadian football team.
Yes.
And you come over from Catholic Central, where you've been the last 3 years. Congratulations on being appointed head coach at Liggett.
Thank you. It was it's been an honor. I mean, it's been a pleasure. The welcoming party here at Liggett has been great. And Dr. Lathan Williams, when we announced it, you could just see all the outpour from the community. From ex-Catholic leaguers, that was like calling me and texting me and saying, "Hey, this is great." And I think it's because the Porres kind of feels like very similar to Liggett as far as the amount of kids in the building and so many double and triple sport athletes.
Let's talk about what intrigued you besides that. I know the size intrigued you. What other factors really drew you to applying for this job?
I mean, the opportunity. Was one. You've seen it here in a lot of different sports that they've been able to, like you said, take the small environment and build something, big. Samini just, crossing 500 wins a couple weeks ago. It shows you that the community and the opportunity here is great. When you want to talk about building a culture and building a winning organization. So they've done it in a bunch of different other sports. And it was one of those things like, I'm a competitor. And because we played against each other.
Yes, we did.
But I'm a competitor, and that was just one of the things like, hey, man, I could go over there and do some things at Liggett that was, never been done. Win a state championship, win a Catholic League, title. So got a lot of, advice from my mentor, Greg Carter, and it just fit. And the other thing is that it's it's a school that my children, can benefit from going here too. So that was another, factor. You always got to think about the family.
That's right. We're with Kevin Glenn, the newly appointed head football coach at University Liggett. He's in the Hall of Fame at Illinois State, where he had an All-American career and then 18 years in the Canadian Football League. You mentioned the multi-sport thing, and that's sort of something that's been lost since you and I were in school. It's more singular sports. Not really so much at Liggett. Dr. Lathan Williams and the crew believe in making it at least 2 sports minimum, or 2 events, co-curriculars. How exciting is that, and how much are you going to draw from other teams that maybe kids weren't even being asked to play football?
I think it's awesome to have that kind of mandate within the school that you participate in 2 co-curriculars. And it doesn't necessarily have to be sports. We have individuals who are doing the sport, but also are helping on like the management or organizational side as far as different sports go. So I think it just keeps a family-oriented and community wide support with every sport. But I'm a 3-sport guy in high school, and I can say that all 3 of those sports helped me in each other sport. From me being a point guard in basketball, it helped me when I was, doing things on the football field and understanding how to knowing who you were throwing the ball to. You know, I had a couple of, power forwards that were playing tight end for me, so they weren't necessarily true tight ends, so you had to make sure that you positioned the ball right for them, or it was just a natural, like I said, a natural feel of community to where everybody participated together in every sport. And I mean, you have to do it when you're a smaller school like that in order to be competitive. But, at CC, at DePores, we were very competitive, and we played all the top teams like CC and Orchard Lake, De La Salle, back in the day. So it's just one of those things that, like I said, it drew me to Liggett. The community and the people in the building is also another reason that this just felt so right.
Lastly, let's find out. This is a quarterback. This is a creative play caller. What kind of offense are we going to see at Liggett?
Well, it will be different than what you've seen the last 3 years at Catholic Central.
Okay.
But I don't want to tip my hat. We got a lot of new coaches in our league this year, so I don't necessarily want to tip my hat. But I do want to say that we will be aggressive. We will be detail oriented, and we're going to make plays. Score points.
Love it. Have some fun.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And welcome back here.
Yep.
This is
Catholic
great
League.
to have you, Catholic Leaguer. Thanks so much. Kevin Glenn, the head football coach at University Liggett. Watch out. It's an exciting brand of football coming this upcoming fall. We'll come back with more here on The Prep and Long Ball Live.
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to fix my feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
About ready for game 2. Liggett taking on Northville. And before the matchup, we'll send it to Olivia, who's on the field with more.
Thank you, Ian. Liggett versus Northville. There are a lot of common threads between these two teams. Both teams are led by the top players in their respective classes in the state of Michigan. Liggett's Jaron Purify for 2023 and Northville's Dante Nori for 2024. Liggett has spent the majority of the season as the top-ranked team in Division II in the state of Michigan, and Northville is currently ranked as the top team in Division I in the state of Michigan. So, Ian, it's anyone's game.
Thanks, Olivia. We've got Preston Barr on the bump for University Liggett. This is a guy, Chad, with arm to burn. That fastball gets up in the high 80s. He's got 2 off-speed pitches as well. A complete pitcher.
He really is. He's going to Michigan as a two-way guy, but he's got a chance to pitch up there. He's been their best, a lot of heat, and has had his innings reduced. So this is a rare appearance once a week, typically, that we see, and this is it. They've saved it for this matchup against Northville. And this is going to be a fun one. This is one of the best in the state against, obviously, the top team in the state right now for Northville.
And the best player in Preston Barr's class, the class of 2024, is coming up. Dante Nori, 6 in the white uniforms. Northville rocking the all-white today. Plays center field. You can see him fist bumping with Oliver Service. Probably knows a lot of players out here on this field through travel ball, showcases, and the like. Nori digs in. 5'10", 190. Runs like the wind, forearms like steel beams. First pitch at 212, a strike. Barr comes in with the breaker. And you can hear the pop that fastball makes with the mid of service. Jackson Fetter threw extremely well in game 1. 6 innings, 2 runs, none of them earned, but didn't have this kind of velocity. Norrie grounds the 1-1 to second. Sharp handles it well. Norrie's got speed, but you can't beat that out.
No, that's a play that's routine, and Barr sawing off Norrie as we get a look. The lineup today, very potent lineup for Northville under John Kostreva.
Carter Jersijan stepping in the box. Evan Deek, who's pitching, hits third. And Luke Derringer in the cleanup spot. A couple college commits up and down that line. Jersijan, another junior, takes outside. Hitting to just a bit over 350 this year. Takes the breaker at the knees. Jersijan came into today on a 6-game hitting streak. And his older brother, Zach, is one of the team's assistant coaches. Pounds another breaker off the turf.
This is a great barometer for both teams. I mean, you want to see if you're Northville, how do you respond? This is your final game of the regular season before entering the playoffs next week. And if you're Liggett, you want to see how you match up against this squad. Number 1 team in the state of Michigan. They've already knocked off the number 1 team in the state of Michigan, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, twice to end their 85-game win streak, 4 games shy of a national record. So Northville knows big-time wins. Liggett knows big-time wins. So does Northville. Tom Habbett's out to have a word with the pitcher Barr. Not sure what that's about early on.
Umpires have flipped. Habbett's behind the dish, and Herschel Bell is in the field.
Couple left-handed bats to start things for Northville.
Counts 2-2 to Jersijan. Fights away a fastball at the knees. Scouts no Barr for his long action. 3/4 arm slot, a fastball with great life. Another 2-2. Jersijan's fouled away back-to-back fastballs.
Yeah, he can place it well, and the breaking ball's impressive. He's really got a nice mix of pitches. We've seen the change at times. Got it all.
And right now, Jersijan's not budging when that fastball is coming. 3 straight foul balls. There's now a 6-pitch at bat.
Good battle in this number 2 spot.
And the bender gets Jersijan. Couple pumps from service just to show off the arm strength. There's the first strikeout of the day for Preston Barr.
First of several. This is a guy that can really strike him out. And here's the breaking ball. Look at that. Just dropping right out. That's filthy.
See service letting Jersijan get his sprint work in. Now the opposite number in the right-handed batter's box, Evan Deek. He lays off a breaking ball in the outer half.
He's been a dangerous hitter this season, Deek, right in that middle of that lineup where he belongs. College bound at some point.
3 straight juniors at the top of this lineup for John Kostreva.
Yeah, how nice is that? No matter what happens this year, you've got your top 3 coming back next year. Sort of the opposite on the other side, Ian, as Liggett says goodbye to 11 seniors. That's a lot of seniors, especially on a school the size of Liggett, 300 in their high school.
Very talented group that's played together for a long time. 2-1 bounce to short. Here's Purify's first chance in the second game, and he pays it off. 14-pitch inning for Preston Barr. And Northville goes down 1-2-3. First ups for the Knights after this.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
No action for Northville in the top of the first, going down 1-2-3. And here's a look at the University Liggett starting order. Top six, no changes. The bottom three, a little bit of an adjustment for Dan Semany. You see Green, Murphy, and Randazzo switching up positions a little bit.
Yeah, and look, just trying to get adapted. Barr comes in from third, so it shuffles some things around. Randazzo, who plays outfield, infield, pitches, plays it all, goes to third.
Randazzo threw 4 scoreless in game 1. Jaron Purify scored the game-winning run.
Yeah, he ended up getting credit for that win, I believe.
Randazzo got the win. Purify was 3 for 5. A bomb, a double, and a single. Evan Deek is on the hill for Northville. The 6', 190 junior. Last year was 3-1 with a 1.37 ERA. Purify's taken back-to-back breakers.
Olivia talked about how both teams have leadoff players who are tops in their classes.
Purify hits a hot shot to Leo Mixitz, the RIT commit. Gets out his fellow shortstop.
Yeah, smooth play. It's a very solid all-around Northville team. Purify, not an easy out, already 3 hits today and a home run. Nor is this guy Reggie Sharp. But look, both teams with plus defenders in the field.
First pitch bender to Reggie Sharp, a strike. Sharp drove in Purify, walked it off. And the bottom of the 10th. Deacle sit in the mid-80s, mainly a 2-pitch guy. Tried to change up and left it in the left-handed batter's box. First warm-up pitch he threw to the backstop and then settled in, finding that fastball command.
He's just trying to make sure we were awake back here. Of course, Northville had their hitting shoes on yesterday. 11-1 winners over Western on this field. Western in an extra inning loss today to Liggett.
You want to talk about shoes. That's something that Reggie Sharp remembers from the Little League World Series back in 2018. He said that different countries would line up their shoes different ways. The Hawaii team that won it all was super organized. And the Midwest representatives from the Great Lakes region would just throw their shoes outside their dorms. The Australians who they stayed with would just leave the shoes all over the place. But he said he loved interacting with different cultures, different countries, and talking with the different players about baseball. He remembers meeting the Japanese team, and they were just outside dry swinging in their free time.
Yeah, very cool how different cultures handle that.
Another chance for Mixitz. He gobbles it up and makes the throw.
Well, I know one thing. Sharp probably taught them about the shoe game, because what are those, Grinches? Your guy Evan Stockton taught me about all the different shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those look like Grinches to me.
Saw him with some bright red kicks earlier in the year. He can really do it all.
Yeah. Got to add some flavor.
Here's Oliver Service, who can bring the boom at times.
Can he ever?
Was 0 for 3 in game 1 with a walk. Deke misses low and inside. Speaking of that Little League World Series, Oliver Service's pinned tweet is back from 2018 when he hit a home run in Williamsport. It's not his commitment to Texas. It's not his three-sport prowess at University Liggett High School. Those memories for these guys are still some of the brightest in their minds.
Really cool. That's something you can't take away. And 8 teams get there in the world, you know. This guy's been doing great things on the circuit. His dream school was Texas, and they came with open arms and said, buddy, it's a match. Let's go. And he's ready to go. He'll report in mid-August.
3-1 pitch. Service has been eating his carrots recently. He's on first base.
Yeah, no doubt. Grilled carrots underrated, by the way.
Are you a charcoal or gas grill guy?
I'm a gas grill guy.
As am I.
Yeah, low maintenance. Those guys that get into the different grills and you got to start. Too many variables. You got wind like this, you're never starting that grill. So, yeah, I think you got to do the gas.
Here's Preston Barr. Barr got Deke to ground out to short in the top of the first. We'll take the signs from Dan Samini, coach at third base, and settle back in.
Service might be off here, and Deke knows it.
Northville's also got its backup catcher behind the dish now. Trevor Schuller instead of Gabe Clark, the Hope commit. 0-1. Service running. Throwing a hop. Sneaks away from the second baseman, and Service is thinking 3.
That's just something that most players would not do. But Service, as soon as he saw that ball trickle off, was gone. You can't think. You just got to have baseball instinct, and Service has it. The only thing I don't like there is he keeps looking back. That does nothing but slow you down. You can't look back like that.
He's on third base with 2 outs. Deke gets Barr way out in front of off speed.
He was trying to put that thing out onto Mack Avenue. And he has the ability. But you just need a base hit here.
1-2 on the way. Barr punches a curveball in the left center. It's down. First run of the game in. Service, some aggressive base running pays off, and he's in to score on the RBI single.
He's just so clutch, Ian. I mean, we've seen it all year. Barr with 2 outs, 2 strikes, he gets better. Some guys just thrive in these spots. Barr's one of them. What a clutch play. But I'll tell you what, no run scores if Oliver Service is not smart and aggressive on that previous set.
Early advantage, University Liggett. Here's Ryan Jones. A healthy hack at the first pitch, a fastball.
Barr could certainly run, but if you're Dan Samini, you know you've got Barr for one day, and you want to be a little conservative with him, perhaps.
Jones swung a hot bat in game 1, 2 for 3 with a walk. Doubled off the right center field fence, but didn't score a run. Was stranded on third in the 4th. Stole a base after walking in the 6th.
He's playing for 2 today. Brother Jack Jones, his twin brother, on that bench, injured, committed to Michigan State. He'll play baseball up in East Lansing.
Hard ground ball up the middle. Mixits makes the turn to Visotski. Liggett gets the lead. Oliver Service works a 2-out walk, and Preston Barr drives him in. This will wrap up the inning, the little 6-4 flip, but Liggett leads 1-0 after 1.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Here's the Liggett Knights defense. It's already up a run. Infield very similar to game 1 up the middle. Purify and Sharp. Randazzo moves to third from center field. And Jones now manning first after playing right. The outfield has switched up a little bit. Murphy's still in left. But Green stays in center after coming in game 1. And Nabel in right. He did not play in the first game. Preston Barr sat down the Mustangs 1-2-3 in the top of the first. 4, 5, 6, Daringer, Broughton, and Foley. Daringer pops the first pitch into left center. And Murphy read it well. Got a great jump and made the catch in the power alley.
Yeah, aggressive approach, going right after Barr. Some guys, you want to just try to get early in the at-bat. This was the right selection, but a fine play by Murphy, the trustworthy senior outfielder.
Here's Joey Broughton, committed to pitch there. But when he's not on the bump, as a lefty hurler, plays first base and hits in his spare time.
Yeah, he's a lefty too.
And he punches it. Purify makes the stop. He can't get the throw off. A wonderful diving play from Purify.
And a wonderful example of how Purify can stop a baseball. And then he couldn't get it clean. He didn't try to force it. Didn't try to throw that. He just ate it. And sometimes that's the smartest play you can make. And could have been a base hit either way, but a good baseball play by both players, Broughton and Purify.
Ayers hurt Liggett in game 1. Made 3 of them to the Knights. Here's Foley. Takes the bender. A 3-year starter, first-team All-Stater last year, set a Mustang school record with 55 hits in a season. Not committed anywhere just yet, but a guy that can swing the stick. A slow tap at a short. Purifies, plays it first, and he makes it by a step.
Good decision. Knew that the base runner was already to second base and made the wise decision to give it up, go across for out number 2.
Trevor Schuler digs in. Junior backstop for Northville. Call time. Purify is dancing out there behind the runner. And Liggett did try a couple of turnaround pick plays in the first contest. Barr busts one across the knees. Definitely gotten hotter from game 1 to game 2.
It has, and windier.
Wind has warmed up a little bit. It's nice and pleasant.
I'm glad you find it pleasant. I despise this wind. It's a guy like me that has 800 papers.
As long as I can keep my scorebook flat.
No, you don't have
it.
You're smart. You're a young fella. You do it right. You don't need anything. You just got electronics. You don't need 800 papers like me. I like your style.
I'm trying to save the trees when I can, Chad.
Well, okay, fair enough.
0-2, 2 outs. Look up at Broughton on second, and a strike 3 called. Schuler just looks at the high cheddar, and he'll strand a runner in scoring position. Broughton left out at second, and Liggett leads 1-0 after 1.5.
That Liggett definitely gives you a title that you have to be up to a standard that no one else is. Everyone's eyes are on you at all times, and it's just a great honor to have, honestly, when all your peers look up to you and look for you for guidance and leadership. To me, he's definitely a great coach. A little hard at times. He's definitely where you want to be and who you want to be coached under to prepare yourself for the collegiate level or any higher level. We currently have 1 state championship at my time here, and I just love the family and togetherness we have. It's just amazing to be a part of a team with so many humble guys. It's just untradeable. Right now, I am going through the process of the 2023 MLB draft. It's definitely something that I take pride in, and I'm very proud of myself for getting to this point. Liggett is definitely the place you want to be at if you're looking to enhance your people skills and just to be a great person and do good things for yourself. I believe Liggett teaches you the characteristics to life and how to prepare you for wherever you're going to be in life.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Mustangs down 1-0. Here's a look at the Northville defense. Nori patrols everything in center with his 6'2", 60-yard speed. Very experienced infield with Mixit's the leader at short. Deeks back on the bump. And his first pitch slightly low and away to Martin, the DH.
Looks like we're in store for another pitching and defensive-laden battle.
When you think of a pitcher's duel, you think of quick games. First one today went into 10 innings, over 2.5 hours. Martin ahead in the count. And Deke yanks a fastball outside.
It's cutting into the weekend, Memorial Weekend party time or free time or family time, whatever it is. But it's worth it, right? I mean, this is good quality baseball. This will end the regular season. And what a win if Liggett can hold on to get momentum into the Division II MHSA playoffs next week.
Deke misses inside and puts the leadoff man on. First district game for Liggett against Detroit East English. Liggett's technically the road team, but they're playing at their own stadium.
Hey, we called Detroit East English Village softball back on, was it Thursday? They played in the Gold Division Championship game.
Bunt put out there. Schuler finished the first a little late.
That said, I mean, Liggett's the heavy favorite to win that district for going on to the regionals. Just like Northville will be the heavy favorite in their district.
Some good competition in Metro Detroit.
It really is. I mean, you look on teams, and it's nothing to see the top teams in Division I or Division II have 2, 3, 4, 5 Division I prospects. I mean, that's crazy. When you think about it.
Green dips the bat low, bunts it foul. Northville's got to run into Howell. That's a top 20 team.
That's right.
Brighton will give you a fight.
And Heartland's going to be breathing down their neck in the regionals.
Northville team that beat Heartland midweek to win the KLAA Conference Championship. Deke rips a breaker over the head of Green, who showed bunt again. And a 2-strike count.
That'll learn them.
Martin, a careful lead off of first. Another bunt sign. Green yanks it back.
It's nothing tougher to bunt than a breaking ball that's firm on the inside portion of the plate if you're a right-handed hitter. And Deke doing all kinds of deception to try to avoid this sack bunt that's inevitable.
The 2-2. Green swings away, punches it into left field.
Or not. How about that? Green says, I can swing the stick a little bit. I'll just pop one into left field for a firm single. Good piece of hitting.
Might have lulled the left side of the infield to sleep.
Yes.
2 on, no outs. Here's Neil Murphy.
Another look at it, Ian. Just right through that hole. And the hole was created because the third baseman, Derringer, had to play in.
Corners are in for Northville. Murphy squares. Murphy hit some balls hard against Detroit Western, but was 0 for 4. 2 solid flyouts to left and center. He gets the bunt down. Deke throws to third, and it's wide. Martin's coming home.
Make the snake! Martin! There we go!
Well, that bunt gets everybody nervous. And we've seen a couple times today against very good defensive teams, the bunt will throw you off. And Derringer had to come in, or excuse me, the pitcher had to come in. Deke and make the throw to third. It was tall, too much. Good job by the left fielder, Clark, to back up. I was surprised that he didn't come up firing. He just sort of allowed Martin to come home and without a challenge. So 2-0 Liggett just like that.
It was a walk in the first inning that brought the Liggett run on base. And Preston Barr singled in Oliver Service. Now in the second, a walk, a single, and a bunt overthrow plate the tally. Still no outs for Deke. Runners on first and second. And Joey Baseball steps in.
Yeah, and you can almost guarantee, Ian, he's going to sack bunt here. Nobody out, runners at first and second. Joey knows how to bunt well.
There's the square. He pops it up. Deeks plays to first, and he makes it.
Perfect bunt, a little bit of backspin, right in between the catcher and the pitcher. Had one play. You just want to deaden that baseball and stay square with it. Joey with the textbook play. And here you go, the top of the lineup now with Purify with runners at second and third. And the number one team in the state already on the ropes, trailing 2-0.
Purify grounded out to short in the first. Knights have already batted through once. There's only one out in the bottom of the second. A large gap up the middle. Corners are in for Northville. First pitch, opposite field, single. That'll plate at least one. Murphy gets the stop at third as the throw was an accurate one from Jersision. But it's 3-0 Knights.
What a great piece of hitting. Purify's 4th hit of the afternoon. And he's just shown it all. He's shown power. He's shown the corner power. He's shown here the ability to go the other way and drive in runners. And Liggett just putting on a clinic right now of how to manufacture runs. We saw just solo home runs to account for 2 runs until extras. Today, game 2, we're seeing some manufacturing being done.
And here's Reggie Sharp, who ended game 1 with an RBI single. I have to think Purify is almost a lock to go sometime during this at-bat. He takes off on the first pitch. Sharp pulled back the bat, but it hit the bat. It was
just
a great
enough.
Ball right at him.
Yeah, let's get another look. Let's see. I think it did touch the bat. Tom Habits.
Yeah, he was almost fought it off.
Like Reg is trying the old butcher boy there.
Third baseman still playing in. Purify back easily.
Could try to go for that bunt again. Reggie, obviously a good hitter. He's been the top average guy on this team for most of the year. Some things you can do here.
0-1. Popped up in foul territory. Broughton makes the catch. What a grab, reaching over the fence.
Outstanding concentration by the pit commit Broughton to get over there, find that fence. Look at the hustle here. It's that left hand out. He didn't even find that fence. He reached out and snatched it fearlessly. It's a good track. He's looking up to the sun as well.
Another pick over and Oliver Service in the box. '23 RBI this season. Purify off and no throw.
Smart job by Oliver to let it go. We've seen a lot of hitters now just, swing carelessly when your base runner has the base stolen. Oliver's smart enough just to let it go. Even if it's a little bit juicy, get yourself with 2 guys in scoring position and no force at second base.
Service settles in, ahead in the count. A high hopper, and Daringer makes the throw. Liggett tacks on 2 more. 2 runs on a walk and 2 hits. And the Knights through 2 are in control. 3-0, your score.
My name is Dan Samini. I am the admissions outreach coordinator here at University of Liggett School. I have been at Liggett for 22 years, 20 as a teacher, 20 as a football coach. This is my 19th year as the head baseball coach. We have a tradition of excellence in the classroom. That tradition doesn't stop at 3 o'clock. It comes out here on the fields, in the gyms, in the auditoriums. Every student from pre-K until 12th grade is asked to challenge themselves, take risks, think outside the box. There is something here for everyone at University of Liggett School. Starting in the lower school, we have clinics run by our coaches at the upper school. We have a great middle school athletic program. We have 20 clubs at the high school level. We have state-of-the-art athletic facilities, starting with the Bowl Center, Fruhoff Gymnasium, we have the McCann Ice Rink, and we have 8 multi-purpose turf fields across our beautiful campus. We just won a world championship in robotics, and in the history of University of Liggett School athletics, we have won 85 state championships and numerous individual state championships. Come sing in a musical, come play on a team, come be a team manager, come win a state championship. Come be a part of something great here at University of Liggett School. Please contact me or a member of our outstanding admissions team to set up a tour and apply today. Go Knights!
Through 2 innings, Liggett leads Northville 3-0. 3 runs on 3 hits, and a Mustangs error has put Preston Barr, who's on the bump right now, in full control. Just 23 pitches through the first 2 frames. Barr's allowed 1 hit. That was to Joey Brote. This is Leo Mixitz, the shortstop. Switch hitter, 5'8", 170. He's going to the Rochester Institute of Technology after high school.
Yeah, and that's the Rochester in New York, right?
Yes.
Not in Michigan.
He's got a 4-year Air Force ROTC Commander Scholarship. A half swing on a down and in heater.
Not only smart, but he's going to represent our country. It's a fine young man. We appreciate his work.
Hitting over 300 this year. He's hit around 400 over the past 3 seasons. 1-2. Pierced, long run, and Green's not going to get there.
Another left-hander in this lineup for John Kostriva. And a pretty swing here from that 8-hole. So we get another look. Just a good swing. Got out in front. Laced it to center field. And Northville, look, they're starting to feel it a bit. They lost 6-3 for just the 3rd time this year. They're trying to get their 30th win. And they're down and in jeopardy of losing back-to-back games for the first time this year. It's not how you want to end the season. Regular season, that is.
Especially going into a difficult district.
Yeah.
Mustangs' first game is against Salem at Northville. And that's a Salem team that's hung with everyone this year.
Yeah, the Rocks have been better than most expected. And they've represented out of that KLAA.
0-1. 9-hole hitter Connor Visotsky takes a fastball for a called strike.
Barr's been really good. That fastball's been up to 92 today. Feeling really comfy and cozy right now.
Comfortable innings thus far, and he's got a lead to work with. Half swing at the bender, and the appeal sits down Visotsky. Herschel Bell makes the call from behind the bump. And that's the 3rd strikeout for Barr. He's got 1 in each inning thus far.
Yeah, and Bell made the right call. That replay confirms it. And Tom Habits isn't going to take any mess from anybody today. It's Memorial Day weekend. He wants to get out to his bash as well. He's not going to have any lip from that Northville sideline.
Might just be a little bit of frustration out of John Kostriva and co.
Yeah, and you can understand it.
Norrie checks up his swing. A Mississippi State commit. #1 player in the class of 2024. Against Barr, who's a top 10 player in his own right.
Headed to Stark Vegas, as they call Starkville.
A place that Norrie treasures. He says they treat baseball like everyone else in the SEC treats football. You get 25 to 30,000 for one of those games.
Special down there. It's big in the state of Mississippi. You go to Ole Miss, his rival, you're going to see a better environment, I'm sorry to say. Mississippi's for real, and their baseball is fabulous. Starkville, no different. Cowtown, as they call it.
Both places just churn out MLB prospects. Last player I can think of from Michigan who made his way down to Mississippi State was Cameron Talar, who I actually faced in high school.
Okay.
Played at Brighton, spent 2 years at Wabash Valley, and then made it down to Mississippi State, won a national championship.
It's a good call. There's a kid with the last name of Bush, not me, De La Salle, that also went down there. Get his first name. Class of 2019. So he has a little bit of a pipeline down there. This kid's built.
3-1 to Nori. This is down and in. Found a YouTube video documenting Dante Nori's day. He put 5 plates on the trap bar and was repping out 500-pound deadlifts.
Man. Tell you what, makes my back hurt just thinking about it.
17 years old. He's on first year's Carter Decision. Little danger for Preston Barr as the top of the Northville order works the second time through.
Yeah, first time he's seen a runner on second base.
First pitch swinging his Decision. He put together a lengthy at-bat, 7 pitches, then struck out swinging. But fouled off a couple fastballs, made good contact.
Usually bodes well for the batter in that second at bat. Both guys will make adjustments. But this is another tough left-handed stick at the top of the lineup.
No one home at second, so Barr holds on to the pill. Big gap between Purify at short and Randazzo at third. Joey's playing close to the bag.
You're not kidding.
And space up the middle, too, as Sharp plays a deep second base. That's Decision's 6th foul ball in 2 at-bats.
And Dan Cimini wants to talk about things.
Saw this in game 1 with Jackson Fetter, where Cimini just heads out there mid-AB and makes an adjustment, whether it's mechanics, whether it's pitch calling. I think he's getting after Jaron Purify. Maybe he missed that pick play back to second.
I think you're right. That could be it. Could be his positioning, but there's something. And Cimini mixes no words. And he doesn't care if you're a star. He doesn't care if you're on the bench. He's got to get a message to you. He's going to do it. This guy really cares for his players. Very passionate, been described, and done a phenomenal job. Just crossed the 500 win mark a couple weeks ago. And 19 years he's been at it. Also coached football here for quite some time.
When he's not doing sports, he's the admissions director in his free time. Barr up in the count, 0-2. Something Oliver Service behind the dish says he loves about Coach Cimini is the winning culture that's been created here at Liggett.
No doubt.
The winning, the attitude, that feeling gives the players a sense of confidence every single day. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Fastball runs right back past Decision's hips and sits him down for the second time today.
Yeah, it looked like the two-seamer that just snuck back enough to grab that corner. Tom Habit said,
Here's Deke looking to help his cause. 2 on, 2 out. Nick sits with a leadoff single on second. Nori walked to first. Fastball misses slightly high.
Back to Cimini, I mean, as much as he can be hard on his players, he loves his players, stands up for them, wants them to get recruited. Not afraid to make moves, though, with guys, not afraid to communicate how he feels.
Barr dealt that slider, then spun off the bump.
Didn't like the way it came out of his hand, perhaps. Pitchers are all about feel, and if that feel's not repeatable, if that feel's just not right, they don't like it. They want to reset.
And he picked back to second. Purify didn't get a tag down. Deke got himself a day last week against Salem. He was 2 for 4 with a bomb, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. 11 days ago. Service can't bring the heater up in the zone. Deke, a very impressive athlete as well. The PBR Michigan Pro Case ran a 6.95 60-yard dash through 90 from the outfield and hit a ball 90 miles an hour off the bat.
Man. Now that's something there.
Also a fantastic football player as well.
Uh-oh.
Service gets hit right in the wrist.
Oof.
That's a walk, but I think the more pressing concern at this point is Oliver Service, who's already bent over by the Liggett dugout.
I didn't see what happened here, Ian, but this...
He might have gotten crossed up, but it just looked like he wasn't ready to catch the pitch.
Well, here's another look. Oh, it hopped off that turf, went to backhand it, and it got him right in the hamate bone. I'm no doctor. I'm not going to play one now, but man, that's scary stuff. There's not a lot of protection in that wrist area. There's a lot of small bones. He's on that left hand. And you never know where that ball's going to bounce on that turf. See if we can get another look. Oliver looks to be okay. That's a good sign.
That's 90 miles an hour coming right at you.
Yeah. Did it skip off that turf, or was that just straight up?
I think it was a straight fastball.
Was it really? Okay. Crossed up. We've seen him crossed up a few times today. When he got a runner on second, the odds of getting crossed up are certainly much higher. But you got to change your sign. Signs adjust.
And Liggett also signals everything in from the dugout.
That's right.
So it's not just Service making the calls. Samini relays it to Service, then he gets it out to Barr.
Yeah, adds another element. Oliver looks just fine. This is a tough kid. I mean, if anybody's not going to come out of that game, he's number one in line to stay there. You're going to have to get a shovel to get him off that field.
I would think Jake Martin would be the backup catcher if needed. He's DHing right now, but Service stays in. And that's a big piece. 3-hole hitter. Coach on the field. The bases are loaded. Here's Luke Deeringer. Barr pings a strike in the outside corner.
John Kostreva, I mean, this is the guy you want up there. Luke Derringer, third baseman, is a guy that can really knock the baseball around.
Pinch runner as well on first. Roman Rivera in to run for Deke. 0-1 Bender on the outside corner.
Nobody can hit that. And if you're going to get that call, you're going to have a really nice positioning today.
This could be a momentum spot. Northville down 3 on. Barr trying to work out of a jam. Another slider, but slightly outside.
Barr says, how wide will Tom Habits go?
Luke Deeringer did not budge. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. If the slider won't do it, the heater surely can. A single and 2 walks. But Barr strands them all and keeps the Liggett lead intact.
Does your bank make you feel like you belong there? At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Evan Deek back out dealing, and Preston Barr in the box after shutting down a bit of a Northville rally. Bases were loaded. Barr struck out Luke Derringer. He kept his lead intact. 1 run for Liggett in the first, 2 in the second. Ian Unsworth and Chad Bush with you on this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Is it ever?
Low 70s, light breeze blowing in from center field. Hitters count for Barr. Deke just threw his 44th pitch. At 40 through the first 2 innings. And
Yeah,
Isaac Pace, the lefty's getting warm for Northville.
Sorry, Ian. Yeah, activity continuing down there. And that leadoff walk intensifies that activity.
The leadoff walk brings up Ryan Jones. Heading to a fielder's choice in his first plate appearance after a great game 1. Barr 2.5 step lead off of first. Jones squares around, taps it off home plate. Foul ball.
Never want to see the guy.
2 football players going at it on the diamond. Deke was a Detroit Free Press All-West first teamer. Fantastic outside linebacker. And Jones played a little QB for Liggett.
Deke was a part of a 4-member linebacker crew that was elite in the KLAA this year. We covered them in week 3 or 4 against South Lyon East on the prep. Really good unit. Great football program over there, much like the baseball program at Northville.
Jones squares early, pulls it back, and waves at a fastball. Deke had 86 tackles in the fall.
And I tell you what, I don't even know if he led him in tackles because that linebacking unit had 3 or 4 guys that were right around the same number. Just a really good player and athlete.
Jones gets the bunt down 0-2. He gets the throw over in time. Barr advances to second. Successful sacrifice.
Athletic play by Deke to get off the mound. Fine play by Jones to advance the runner. Now in scoring position for a guy who's had a lot of clutch hits this year, Mr. Jake Martin. 3-sport athlete himself, a linebacker himself in football.
A hot shot through the hole. Barr stays at third. Runners on the corners, 1 down.
Good piece of hitting here, Ian. Just enough to get it past Derringer. Didn't try to do a lot with it. First and third, 1 out. Liggett, I promise, does not feel comfortable with just 3 runs in this game against number 1 Northville. They need more here.
Green digs in. Singleton scored in the second. First pitch swing. Deke gets it off the mound. Usually pitchers don't make those kind of plays, but Deke is an athlete.
He's an athlete and he's a leader. He says, I'm going to take that one. No need to communicate anywhere else. It's a big second out. Huge.
Deke just threw his 50th pitch. Second time through the order. Here's the 8-hitter, Neil Murphy.
One of the funny guys on this team, really makes guys laugh. Great sense of humor.
Talk about multi-sport athletes. Murphy dabbles in tennis in the fall. Won a D4 tennis title with University Liggett.
How about that?
Short lead for Martin off of first. And Murphy golfs one. Foul.
Well, we said we're not great with our numbers. Murphy is. He's going to study economics next year at Michigan.
Ross is a great place to be.
Oh,
it's a fantastic education.
Sure is.
Might run into my little brother who's going to Michigan as well next year.
Is he really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Parents are a little scared about sending the younger ones out to college, but they'll be empty nesters next year.
Well, we wish them luck on that. I'm sure they'll get through it.
He won't be far from home, so
That's
not
right.
too much worrying for them to do.
Maybe too close for comfort.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Schuler holds on behind the plate, and just like Barr in the top of the third, Deke strands some runners in scoring position. Chad Bush takes the reins for play-by-play as Liggett holds a 3-0 lead through 3 innings here on the Prep.
Differentiator here at University Liggett School and University Liggett Middle School is our approach to teaching and learning. Teaching and learning isn't something that happens to kids here, it's something that matters to them. And the ways that you see that come alive in middle school are through the projects that students are working on. Our 6th graders in the hallway with RC cars, racing them down the hallway and slamming on the brakes, trying to figure out the formula for velocity rather than that being something that they look up in their textbook. I think about our 7th grade bodybuilder projects where students are creating a 2-dimensional scale model of the human body that includes every body system. I think of our 8th graders with their civics projects where they're looking at a problem that exists in the community and thinking of ways to help solve that problem, but not only thinking of ways, taking action steps, writing letters to representatives, creating PR campaigns to help solve their problem. Any opportunity we have to make sure that students' questions matter, that student voice and choice have a place in the classroom is where we're going to be.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Here come the Mustangs to start things in the 4th inning. They've got work to do. They're down 3-0 and in jeopardy of losing back-to-back games for the first time in 2023. And they've got a challenge in the name of Preston Barr on the hill. So it will be 5, 6, and 7 for the Mustangs. Broughton will swing at the first pitch. Playable for the infield, and Sharp will retire that easily for out number 1. Chad Bush and Ian Unsworth with you from Grosse Pointe on this beautiful Memorial Day weekend. We pause and think of all those who have fought for our country and the Memorial Day weekend and its significance. Breaking ball left upstairs. This is Foley, the DH, batting in the 6th spot, and the left-hander takes another one inside. We have not seen Barr get behind many batters today. His strike ratio has been outstanding in this game.
Most of them have gone hunting his fastball early in counts.
That's right. He's thrown 31 of the 50 pitches for strikes. 2 hits, no runs for Preston Barr, the Michigan commit. Strike called. Looking for his 6th strikeout. He's walked a couple. Swinging a flare to short. Purify will handle it. Randazzo gets out of the way. And there's quickly 2 outs in the Northville 4th.
Purify made that look easy. An awkward spinner. Foley hit it off the inside of the bat, and it was spinning towards third base. Purify, with his speed, tracks it down no problem.
So that'll bring up Schuler. Trevor Schuler, the junior, 5'10", 180. Barr comes back, pumping that pill right down the heart of Cook.
Liggett players are ready to hit. Barr was walking off the field.
Yeah, he's backed up like Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk. Do you remember Michael Jackson? He's probably out of your era.
I can't say my parents have told me about Michael Jackson, but can't say I ever met him.
Yeah, well, fun musician. Chopper to second. Reg is going to have to hurry. He will, and he'll make the play with ease. Uno, dos, tres, quick work. Down go the Mustangs, trying to avoid the sweep. Liggett trying to knock off the #1 team in the state for the 3rd time this year. Back after this.
Prepare students for college in a number of ways. We are really interested in helping students find the right fit, understanding that the right fit is not a single school. Fit looks different for every kid. We really look at finding out what a student wants, what makes them tick. Are there things that they really love to do? Are there places that they really want to be? Are there things that they really want to study? Are there athletic needs, spiritual needs? So we really work to help students and families identify what those schools are. I had a family in my office this morning who we were meeting about their son who's a junior, but they have a daughter who just finished her first year. And I asked about her, and they said she had a great first year, and that's not a school that we had ever even heard of before we had spoken with you. My hope for every student that goes on to college is that they will find a place where they can grow and learn for the next 4 years, and that they will feel well prepared to be in that place.
Years of playing sports took a toll on my feet. The worst was the tear in my Achilles tendon. I went to Fix My Feet today, and I've been pain-free for 2 years. I'm back to pickleball 5 days a week. Amazing!
I've been fixing foot pain for decades. Don't give up hope. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Welcome back to Grosse Pointe. He's Ian Unsworth. My name is Chad Bush. We are the Prep. We're glad to be with you from Grosse Pointe. This is our final game of the regular season. This is their final game of the regular season. We'll be with you in the playoffs. We don't know where and when, but we'll have games next week. We don't even know which sport, but we'll have games, we'll have sports, and that's the fun of it. We don't know what's ahead. It's like a box of chocolates. What kind of chocolate do you like to have when you go in for a box of chocolate? What are you hoping you got?
I love chocolate and peanut butter. Big Reese's guy.
Oh, we got some Reese's over here. Look at Schwartz is even going to share. He's eaten the entire bag. He's got one left, and he wants it to be yours.
I swore off sweets for the summer body. I promise, guys. I appreciate it, but
you're ripped, man. You don't have to worry about it cutting down any of those carbs. There's a shot to center. Randazzo has it ripped away by Nori, the Mississippi State commit. Good swing, but it's an out. And that'll flip it to the top of the lineup. Here comes Purify. Little chin music, Purify. Guy that's very ticklish, allegedly. And, hey, look. That pitch was so tight it might have tickled his chin. It's a strike called.
You used to call those whisker shavers back in the day when we were in high school.
That's right.
Close shave.
Yep. There's a shot to left, and that is not close. That is long gone. Into the weeds, into Mrs. Jones' backyard. Purify's 5th hit of the day, his 2nd home run, and it's 4-0 Knights of Liggett.
That ball was smoked.
Dad's got another souvenir, and Clemson's got a gem coming at him.
Middle, and Purify turned on it. The exact same spot where he sent that ball in the bottom of the 1st against Detroit Western.
Look at the dive attempt. You see that dive attempt? Let's see that again. That's amazing. Is that Mr. Purify again making plays in left center? Man, now we see where Jaron gets it from. His mother as well, quite athletic. We met her before the ball. Look at this dive by Dad. He got caught by the grass monster.
Superman style full extension.
Oh, that was great. And that is a hit by pitch that Reg handles with class. He'll trot down to first. And John Kostreva has an arm heating up. It's been heating up for 4 or 5 innings. Might be overheated by now. But we're going to get a word. It looks like conference coming up. John Kostreva now coming out. What do you think? Good time to make a move?
Yeah, Deke said 64 pitches, and he's been stressed in every inning. Left 4 runners on, giving up a run in each. There have just been problems all over the place, whether it's hard hit balls. He's left a couple of his pitches, yanked them outside. I don't think he had the feel for it today.
He did not. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout with him. So, 4-0 Liggett. Sharp on first. We'll take a timeout. We're back to Grosse Pointe right after this to tell you all about the new hurler for the Stangs. So Isaac Pace on in relief, the left-hander. What else do we know about him, sir?
Well, he's Northville's junior varsity quarterback. Certainly got an arm on him.
No doubt. It's a good football program. It'll be under new leadership next fall. Reggie Sharp can run with one out. He's a threat to run. Not as easy with a lefty up there. And how about this? Swing and a drive deep to left, way back and gone. That ball was serviced out of the yard. 2 home runs in the inning. Oliver's done it again. His team leading 7th home run of the year. And it's now 6-0 Knights.
Pace went down and in, and Service drilled it. If you're a new pitcher, fresh in the ball game, and your second pitch gets sent to the trees, you can see him drop that barrel, keep those legs inside. And Clark out and left had no chance. He just watched it go. Service gets an extra look. The old keep it fair, just like Yaz back in the 70s. There it was.
Oh, man. Hook'em Horns has done it again. Oliver with another jack. And I'll tell you what, 6-0 lead now. This is the offense that Liggett's been looking for. And when this starts to happen, combined with the pitching and the defense and the way they can run bases, they're going to be tough to beat in Division II.
And just to put a bow on Evan Deek's day, his final line, 3 1/3, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 4 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout.
Shot down the right field line, quickly over to the corner. It's Jurison. He'll hold Barr to a long single, but the bats for Liggett just continue to mash here in the 3-run 4th inning.
And they've seen good velo all day. Deke was in the mid-80s. Ybarra for Detroit Western also touching mid-80s, maybe up to 87, 88.
Mm-hmm.
Have to think Pace is a step down.
Yeah, I think so. And it's a right-handed dominated hitting lineup for Liggett. And you know how that goes. You face a lefty and it just feels a little more comfy.
Pace's stuff is moving a little bit. It's got that trademark lefty tail away from a right-handed hitter. But his curveball, which he relies on a lot as a secondary pitch, is breaking right towards all these big right boppers.
You got it. Here's Jones, who fouls one back into the parking lot. We'll have our G of the game after this one. We'll also have Olivia Yatuma coming up in the middle of the 5th. There goes the runner. Pitch is smoked to center field, hit it Nori, and Barr's going to have to hustle back. That ball's not getting beyond him. Good cut, though, for Jones, who's had a good day hacking. It's 2 down.
Jones squared it up. And if it went anywhere besides center field, could be looking at extra bases.
Line shot down the left field line, and that's going to rattle off the fence. And a fan from Northville had a chance to make a fabulous play off a hop, and he mishandled it a bit. No demerits, though. That would have been a plus play. You mentioned the backup catcher in today in Schuler. He's done a fine job back there. When you don't mention the catcher's name often, it's kind of like the punter or the kicker. They're doing or the snapper in football. They're doing a fine job. That one's popped up and amongst one of the massive fields here. I think they use that for soccer.
And only one stolen base on Schuler thus far. A lot of base runners for Liggett, but Northville's controlled the running game now, and you've got a lefty on the mound, so that should also help.
Yeah, this is Jake Martin. Jake went around, and he is out on strikes. The inning is over, but not before the crooked 3 runs are scored on the big blast from Big O and the shot from Purify. 6-0 Liggett, threatening to upend the top team in the mitten here on this Saturday.
Does your bank make you feel like you belong there? At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
What a glorious Saturday afternoon. Glad you're with us for our second game of coverage today on Long Ball Live. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. My name's Chad Bush alongside Ian Unsworth. My bad. How did I screw that up?
Very good.
I've said Unsworth 100 times, and I'll say it in my sleep tonight. I apologize. We'll also have Olivia Yatuma on, our field reporter. She'll have a report for us in the middle of this inning. Northville gathered, it looked like, in between innings and looked to have a message. John Kostreva right in the middle of that meeting of the minds.
Trying to keep his team up, I'd assume. You lose the first game at Grosse Pointe South. You come here to face a pitcher that's one of the best in the state. You've had a little bit of offensive success. You put some pressure on Preston Barr. Wants his team to keep that up. Because it's been a long day for both sides, and a little momentum in these type of doubleheaders, these long, sunny Saturdays, goes a long way.
Yep, it does. This is Mixits. Leo Mixits, the batter. The shortstop, down and in. Barr has only walked a couple. 8, 9, and 1 due up for John Kostreva. Strike called. Streva's assisted by Zach Jerseson, Bill Floor, Ken Spracky, and Roy Anderson. Ground ball to Sharp at second. Mr. Smooth up with it, and the fire to first. We got a scoring update over on the west side of the state. St. Mary's is on the road to finalize their season before they try to make their run for a four-peat. And 6-3, the Eaglets lead Grand Blanc, a team they finished last year with a victory in Grand Blanc. It's been a good rivalry for those two schools. St. Mary's was scheduled to play Northville twice. They were going to play them once, it was rained out. They were going to play them again, it was rained out. It just wasn't meant to be. Ian almost sets up to those two teams potentially meeting in the playoffs. Maybe it was just meant to meet once, and that would be when it matters the most.
If fate would have it, we'd see the Eaglets and Mustangs go after it.
Of Of course, St. Mary's would have to get by some good teams to get there, just like the Mustangs. The Eaglets will open in the district that is hosted by West Bloomfield, another team that we've seen ranked in the top 10 in Division I. Lake Orion also in that district. And then the Eaglets would move on if they're fortunate enough to get by and play in the regional, of which Brother Rice would be a part of. Slide piece, absolutely scummy. And it's got Vysotsky talking to himself. There's 2 outs here in the Northville 5th.
Great thing about district baseball and Michigan playoff baseballs, it's just like March Madness. It's not like collegiate play where you've got a loser's bracket. You've got multiple, bites at the apple. You have to win your games, and one matchup can make a big difference.
That's right.
And that's why being a top-ranked team per se might not matter all that much if you run into that one shutdown arm, or if you're playing a 2-1 game like we were earlier today, and one home run makes a big difference.
Yep. Very true. I'm sorry.
Why pitching makes so much of a difference. And if you're Liggett, not having Jack Jones healthy and good to go is a little thorn in your side.
Absolutely it is. It's a big miss. Dante Norrie, his father is Micah Norrie, a longtime NBA assistant coach who's currently with the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's what got the Norries to Detroit in 2018 when his father was added to the staff for Dwayne Casey. Norrie has been an assistant coach for the Toronto Raptors, Sacramento Kings, the Denver Nuggets, the Detroit Pistons, and now the Minnesota Timberwolves. There's a shot to right, hit hard, but hit right at Ryan Knable for a firm out, number 3. Just 2 hits today for the #1 team in the state. Liggett in prime position to keep their run rolling into next week.
Your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag G-Brand USA.
I've got him at 72.
G-Brand USA. Elite design.
Thank you, guys. And today, Liggett is playing very strong with a win in Game 1 against Western, and so far a 6-0 lead in Game 2. And guys, the talent on this team shows. 10 of Liggett's guys are Little League World Series players, 6 from 2018 and 4 from 2017. Importantly, this is the last time you will see this many Little League World Series players on the field all at once. And so Little League coming in strong this year, especially since Liggett is graduating 11 seniors at the end of this season. Good luck, Liggett, and back to you.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Olivia. Appreciate that report very much. Yeah, the Little League World Series, I mean, we can't talk about it enough. It just doesn't happen often enough for anybody to claim that. And Liggett has done it back-to-back years, 2017, 2018. And a different group of players in both classes. Very fine feat. Appreciate that, Olivia. Back to baseball in the bottom of the 5th. Green laces one to center, and Norrie in the gap to make that look way too easy.
The The one player you could easily compare Nori's speed and defensive ability to is Enrique Bradfield at Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Because the jumps they both get on baseballs and the ease which they cruise to the gaps, it's uncomparable.
Next level look to it. There's a chopper to short, throw to first, fine play by Mixits. And there's quickly 2 up and 2 down in the Liggett bottom half the 5th with the home team leading 6-0.
Think of a guy like Bradfield. Think of a guy like Byron Buxton of the Twins and how easily they shut down what could be an extra base hit, what could be a double off the wall. Those guys make run-saving plays, game-changing plays. Nori does just that.
Yeah, and with all the analytics now, I think scouts really get a chance to see who is saving runs, not just producing runs. And you're right, that gets rated quite heavily when scouts are looking for kids to play at the next level, whether it's college, whether it's pro. Those things are all rated, analyzed, and put in a book.
Nori also throws 97 out of the outfield.
Wow. Well, that's also plus. That's a pop-up to right center off the bat of Randazzo. Nori in the gap again, makes the put out, and the 5th inning is over. 2 innings remain in the 2023 season for both these squads. We're coming back for the final 2 in the regular season right after this.
I love running and working out, but my heel pain was devastating. So I go to fix my feet today, and in about 30 minutes, I walked out pain-free and could not believe it.
Even if you think you tried everything and nothing has worked for you, call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Chad Bush and Ian Unsworth with you from Grosse Pointe Liggett. We want to thank Liggett for all the great hospitality all season long. Dr. Lathan Williams has made this just a warm place to be. We appreciate it. And we're going to perhaps do more baseball in the playoffs. We will do more playoff baseball. We don't know where we'll be next week, but we know we'll be busy somewhere. You appeal down to first base, and Herschel Bell says yes, 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 yes. Carter went around. Carter Jerseson, the right fielder. Preston Barr's still out there. It's been an impressive outing for the senior right-hand commit to Michigan. His brother Kurt at Michigan already. There's a strikeout. Barr continues to roll along. The 2 hitters out, and here comes Evan Deek.
Kurt Barr's season might be over after a loss to Iowa earlier today in the Big Ten tournament. Michigan going down 5-0.
Did they?
Yeah. One of my former high school teammates on that team as well, Eamon Horwedel.
Ah.
Yeah, side armor out of Ann Arbor Skyline.
Say that name again.
Eamon Horwedel.
Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Fantastic arm.
It's a good baseball
Great
name.
Kid as well.
Awesome. 7 punch-outs now for Preston Barr, the future Wolverine. Just 2 walks, 2 hits, no runs. Looking to go all the way today against the top team in the state.
And his brother pitched as a freshman. One thing about collegiate teams, they always need more arms.
That's right.
So if you're Preston Barr, you could ride this pitching thing to playing time right away for Tracy Smith and company.
Yeah. Tracy Smith building his own brand. He did watch a couple of commits go down to Clemson after they were committed to Michigan, one being Jaron Purify, the other being Jack Crichton. There's a shot to first. Fine play by Ryan Jones to absolutely rob the Rocket from Evan Deek. 2 down.
Here we go, here we go.
A hot shot, a sinking liner, a very tough play. And Jones doesn't make the catch off the rip, but gets the glove down to the backhand side. That's the most important thing, stopping that ball before it rolls on this turf all the way to the corner, because that's surely extra bases.
It is. So that'll leave things up to Joey Derringer, the third baseman. Both these coaches have had illustrious careers. We've talked repeatedly about Dan Cimini's 500 wins earlier this year. It's also been a very fine career over on the other side of the bench, and a lot of comparisons, actually, to John Kostreba, the coach for Northville, who's in his 19th year. Cimini's in his 19th year. Kostreba has 482 wins to his credit. There's a shot to left, and Northville's not quite done yet. They've collected their third hit of the ball game on the rocket shot from Derringer. The Stangs were runners-up in 2017 as you get a look here at the base hit.
Broughton had the first base hit of the game. Ripped it right over Purify's head.
Ooh. Throwback to first, and I think everybody thought differently than Mr. Bell. Joey Broughton looks at it. Broughton's headed to Pitt. And the fine athletic director, Heather Like, leading that Panther program, doing great work. It's a fastball that's a little too tall, and that'll get the base runner Derringer down to second in scoring position.
Barr reaching back just a bit too much, overthrowing slightly.
Yeah.
Broughton's a great arm in his own right. Lefty, he gets the fastball in the high 80s. Changeup and curveball both work extremely well. He studies Spencer Strider because of his regimens.
Not a bad guy to follow.
Loves the weight room, loves nutrition, lifting, warming up, whatever it is. He's a very regimented kid.
That plays well at the next level. Preston just misses. Again, just 3 losses coming into this ball game for Northville. They lost to Sterling Heights Stevenson for the first time this year, 10-8. Stevenson's ranked in the top 10 in the state of Michigan. They won the MAC Red. The other loss was to Grand Ledge. Completed strikeout there. Barr gets his 8th K of the day on his 88th pitch. Side retired. 6-0 Liggett. As we go to the home half of the 6th in Grosse Pointe. Back on Long Ball Live right after this.
Does your bank make you feel like you belong there? At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Oh, a glorious Saturday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. It's been a big weekend for Liggett, looking to go 3-0 in the Glenn Conley Invitational. Jaron Purify has had, a high major type day, let's say. The Clemson commit has 2 home runs, 6 hits, and he has clobbered the baseball. He will face Pace to start things off here in the final at bat, perhaps, in the regular season for Liggett.
Don't think Isaac Pace wants to make many mistakes to the top of this order.
Big cut. Jaron looking to put that one into St. Clair Shores.
Shaking his head as he gets back in the box. He knows he was over swinging.
Yes. Both teams will start the playoff run at home. Northville will host that district, as Ian told you, against Salem. And Liggett will also play host. In the Division II state playoffs that will start next Saturday. Tom Habits is talking to the catcher, Schuler, about something I can't imagine.
Probably just checking in.
Yeah. Did he get tattered a bit?
Yeah, he got dinged in the face with the last foul ball.
Oh, I missed that. Had my head down. See what happens when you have your head down? There's a swing and a drive deep to left. This one's going to get amongst the fans. Big high hop on that turf. Stick around after this one. We'll have our G of the game before we get you on your holiday way. Any big plans for you this weekend? You're of college age, a recent college graduate. I'm sure you got something socially going on. We'll get to that in a moment. That's a fly ball right field. That's going to drop in between Jurison and Nori. And Purify's going to take off and get to second base. Oh, boy. Baseball sense, baseball feel. We've seen Service do it. Now we see Purify with a heads-up addition.
That turf in right field causes Jurcision some indecision. He doesn't know if he wants to dive or try to play it on the hop. And then the throw kicks away from Mixits, and Visosky's asleep at the wheel. Doesn't cover second. Purify gets the bag.
Heady play in scoring position now as our field mic gets abused again. That's all right. We'll debit Dr. Sharp. No big deal. Nobody out, and one strike on the batter in the Michigan commit, Reggie Sharp. Reggie pops one to right. Jurison is under it. Purify tags the throw, and he is out at third. Oh, it is a cannon in right, and Jurison chops down one of the finest, fastest players in the country. Wow.
That is a rope of a throw. Jurcision plays it perfectly. Backs up on the balls. It hangs up in the air. Knows the tag is coming. Just a crow hop and a laser across the diamond.
Close play. But yeah, that arm is something.
Someone who hasn't made a college commitment yet, but that'll draw your eyes, especially when you're throwing out future collegiate players.
Yep. He's a prospect, no doubt. So is this guy, Oliver Service. Not just a college prospect. This guy's on some draft boards. We have not seen Justin Brown today. He will not pitch, the Michigan commit. Talked about a lot of the other ones, but that's a guy that'll be saved for a later date. I believe he threw yesterday. There's a drive deep to left. Another one for Service. You betcha! Hook'em Horns has done it again. 7-0 Liggett. Touchdown Knights.
Second one off of pace. Service is seeing it well. As soon as Pace came in, Jed, we talked about that lefty-righty matchup, and both times Pace has gone down and in. That's Service's sweet spot. Gets those legs low, drops the barrel, and drives it deep to left.
Boy, is there pop in that bat. The athleticism and the swing, and a lot of whip, and a lot to like down in Austin. Here's Preston Barr, who's also blasted one out of here today. Popped up. Vysotsky has it, and the side retired. So Liggett adds another one just for fun. They lead 7-0 with 3 outs remaining for the #1 team in the state, about to go down back-to-back games for the first time this year.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to Fix My Feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
The final call for the Mustangs comes up now. Chad and Ian with you. And our G of the game selection just got a little bit more competitive. Fun day of baseball, but for the Mustangs, they'd love to, if not come back, they'd love to at least make some noise, Ian. And they do with the first pitch swinging. It's a base hit off the glove of Sharp. That'll be a hit, no doubt. Timeout, though. Tom Habits is going to call the runner. No. He's going to give him another advanced base. What happened here?
So Foley was rounding first, and Ryan Jones standing on the bag, expecting Sharp to make the play, make a throw, collided with Foley. So that's fielder interference, and Foley's headed to second.
Thank you for that. obstruction, says Matt Schwartz. Okay, thanks, Schwarzenegger. We're going to give you a headset next time because I feel like we can hear you. No, it's all right. It's good insight. Runner at second base. That's the leadoff man. And here comes a pinch hitter. And it's none other than number 22. We don't know. He's not listed. There's a chopper. It's Nolan Coppins, a late addition to the roster. Nolan Coppins now will pinch hit. They have lifted Schuler, and now pinch hitting is Nolan Coppins. See, they don't tell us. Nobody tells us that report. What do we need to know for? Swing and a miss. Barr has gone all the way. And we could talk about G's of the game offensively all day, but if you don't consider Preston Barr, I think you're doing a disservice. 8 Ks, 2 walks, 4 hits, no runs. And he's done it against the number 1 team in the state. Pitches inside. 7-0 Liggett. We also have another upset brewing across town. Detroit Western, the Cowboys, lead 6-1 over the Blue Devils of Grosse Pointe South. It's been a tough day for Holden's club. It's a foul back.
Coppin's just a sophomore trying his luck against one of the best pitchers in the state.
No big deal.
Barr almost had a strikeout. Service didn't frame up a curveball, and hurt a little bit from Dan Samini saying, hey, catch, that's on you. Leave that in the zone.
Right. I think that wrist is just fine.
Oh, yeah.
That's the good news. Swing and a miss. Down goes Coppins. 8th strikeout of the day. 9th strikeout of the day. Sorry, Pat.
You know what helps you forget a wrist injury? 2 home runs.
Man, nothing says healthy like that. It's a fine-looking replay, too, at number 9. 2 outs. Excuse me, 1 out. 2 outs to go for a night victory. This is Mixit's the batter. He's played a fine shortstop. Liggett had to go extra innings to win against Western in game 1. This has been all too easy. They had 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, and added 3 runs in the 4th, and had a comfy 6-0 lead in the 4th inning. We've got an update in the MAC. Sterling Heights Stevenson 4, Utica 1. That is now a final. Stang's trying to break up this shutout. "95 pitches now for Preston Barr. It's been his longest outing of the year, and he saved his best for last. But he might be coming to the end of the line. That is 2 men on now. And you'd love to get a complete game, but at this point, Dan Samini, you got a few decisions to make.
Something you really want on your resume.
Yep.
Complete game shutout against best team in the country, or at least in the state. And you've got Visotsky twice striking out. Don't want to let him on, though, because with Norrie up, things get very interesting.
Yeah, they do. So the 9-hitter now, Visotsky. Trying to keep things rolling for the Mustangs, get them some momentum going into their game next Saturday against Plymouth. Pitch number 99 is an 89-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. That one is out amongst the customers.
I like the approach from the dugout, from service, and from Barr. Just straight fastballs at this point. No use in trying to throw off speed, playing around with anything. Don't play with your food. Go after it.
Yeah. If you want to stay in the game, you definitely need to, you would think.
1-2 on the board.
1-2, says Tom Habits. No activity in the Liggett bullpen. This is Barr's game to finish. Chopper in front of the plate. Barr will patiently toss it to his classmate for out number 2. And the Mustangs are down to their final out in Grosse Pointe.
Great patience from Barr, keeping the ball low, not giving Visotsky anything to swing at. But he is over 100 pitches, and I think that's the limit for Dan Cimini.
Cimini out to talk to Preston. He's got a younger brother, Deegan, who does a little JV varsity up and down. And Cimini says, go get him. Maybe just sometimes a conversation to let him recover and rest.
I think it was a question. Do you want to finish it?
Yeah, probably.
And Preston Barr is the type of kid that's going to say no.
Right. So here's Dante Nori to try to break up this complete game shutout. Nice off-speed pitch.
Nori's 0 for 2 with a walk. I don't know if that's a college strike, but it works in high school.
Runner at second and a runner at third. Base hits in this game, Derringer, Broughton, and Foley. And also a hit from the bottom of the order in Mixits. But nothing from Nori against Barr in this game. 2-1 the count with 2 outs. First base is open.
Three-one fastball count. And why not if you're Barr?
So the bases are now loaded, and that'll be the end of the day for Preston Barr. He'll get a big ovation here. Dan Cimini's going to have to go to the pen. Didn't want to. Tried. But what a day. Cimini's going to start the clapping. And how about it? Preston Barr has come out here, thrown 108 pitches, and is in line to be the top team in the state. And Cimini now just figuring out who he's going to put in. And it looks like Randazzo is going to be the call for back-to-back games. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back to Grosse Pointe for the pitching change right after this. 7-0 in the 7th. Liggett on top. The ovation for Barr, well deserved.
think Liggett to me has just an extraordinary environment that you can't find at any other school. Just the one-on-one time with your teachers and the environment focusing on you and benefits to your learning. That's really important to me because school is about learning and I want to come here every single day and I'm excited to come.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Randazzo on in relief. The final line, well, at least the line for now on Barr is what, sir?
We got 6 2/3 innings, 9 strikeouts, 4 hits and 4 walks. The 3 runners on base are his responsibility.
So take note of that. This is Jerseson against Joey Randazzo, trying to close out both games. Joey was outstanding in the ball game earlier. Boy, that was a long time ago.
4 innings, scoreless, 3 Ks. Came in and got out of a jam with 2 runners in scoring position.
Man. So, Jerseson is a threat from that left-handed side. 7-run lead certainly helps. Take a little bit of pressure off Randazzo, but he's got some responsibility to hold on to this shutout, and he is in line to do just that. Purify tag second base. It's a force out, and the ball game is over. At Grosse Pointe University, Liggett sweeps the Glenn Conley Invitational, and they knock off the #1 team in the state, the Northville Mustangs, who go down twice today. And what a run at it for Liggett to close out this regular season, Ian.
Well, a really solid pitching performance. Barr threw a gem today, and Jackson Fetter twirled one himself. 2 runs in the first game, none of them earned, and you only give up 1 run to South yesterday. I think the pitching staff for Liggett is a strength. It's been a strength all year, even without Jack Jones. And today, you string those scoreless innings around long enough, and then the offense gets going and just beats Northville down.
Well said. 7-0 our final. We'll have our G of the game coming next. Olivia Yatuma with her on-field report. We're coming back to wrap up the 2023 regular season. Thanks so much for watching. We're the Prep. Back after this.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games. Enjoy the game.
Years of playing sports took a toll on my feet. The worst was the tear in my Achilles tendon. I went to fix my feet today, and I've been pain-free for 2 years. I'm back to pickleball 5 days a week. Amazing!
I've been fixing foot pain for decades. Don't give up hope. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Pure Barre is a full-body workout that transforms you, physically and mentally. Our musically driven group classes focus on low-impact, small movements that strengthen and tone your entire body in 50 minutes or less. Anyone is capable of taking Pure Barre, no matter your age or fitness level, and no dance experience is required. Arrive at the studio 10 to 15 minutes before class begins so we can check you in. Wear something you can move comfortably in. We suggest leggings or long pants and a workout top. You'll also need a pair of sticky socks to keep your feet from sliding during class. If you need sticky socks, you can pick some up at the studio. Before class, grab a ball, tube, and a light set of weights. Right from the start, you connect to the beat. Class begins with a warm-up, then your teacher will guide you through arm work using the light weights. After that, you'll make your way over to the bar, where you'll work your thighs, then your seat, and finally your abs. You'll finish your workout with a cool down to stretch your muscles. Something you'll hear often in class is a tuck. A tuck is a movement that involves contracting the abs while rotating your hips forward and up to elongate your spine. One of the biggest benefits of Pure Barre are the small, controlled movements in class. When you hear your teacher say pulse or down an inch, up an inch, that literally means just 1 inch, the size of a paperclip. This is important because with Pure Barre, the smaller the movement, the bigger the change in your muscles. Your first class will move quickly and it will be challenging, but your teacher will be right there beside you and can help you modify the workout throughout the class. After 3 to 4 classes, you'll start to get comfortable with the flow. And after 8 to 10 classes, you can see results. Our teachers and our community will support you along the way. Pure Barre is about rising above who you were yesterday and building a stronger version of yourself today. Precise, strong, balanced, inspired. This is Pure Barre.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
All right, we're back and we're here with Jaron Purify. Tell me, how do you feel after back-to-back wins today?
I feel great. I mean, the boys played great today. We finally put it together, and I'm glad we did it at the end of the season, you know. It gives us great momentum to go in the playoffs, and I think we got it all figured out. So hopefully when Stace is here.
Now I have to say, first game, 3-5, and single, double, home run, 1 RBI. Second game, 3-4, and second game, single and a home run, 2 RBIs. I mean, I could keep going forever on how amazing you played today. So how are you feeling? Are you feeling accomplished?
I mean, I'm just very proud of the hard work I put in for today and all the hard work I put in over the years. I'm just really happy that I had a great day. I had a great day to win for us. Had a great day. Oliver had a great day. Preston had a great day. The whole team had a great day. Reggie had a great day. Defense had a great day. So I'm just happy we had a great day. I mean, it's a great day to be out here to play baseball. So yeah, I'm lit.
Well, hey, congratulations to Liggett for having a great day. Back to you.
Great job, Olivia. Thank you very much. Congratulations to Jaron Purify, our G of the game. Not his first rodeo as the G of the game. It's his second. But Ian Unsworth back with us. Thank you, Olivia. What a day for Purify. We could have had several candidates, Oliver Service, Preston Barr. But Purify really did it in both games.
He did it in both games. Offensively, defensively, had a couple ups and downs, but always looked solid out there as the shortstop, as the leader. And also his base running as well. Took advantage of a couple of mistakes on the Western side and also on the Northville side. He scored the game-winning run in Game 1. And if you think about that, the walk-off win, the momentum carries into Game 2. If Purify doesn't get on base to score that game-winning run, we could be looking at a completely different outcome in this second contest.
Yeah, well said. A big blow, too, with that home run, a confidence builder to do that against Northville. Want to thank our hardworking and talented crew this afternoon. And we'll start first with the executive producer, Alex Westfall. Evan Westfall on replay. Matt Schwartz on audio and graphics. We're not giving him audio credit. Ace was on audio. Thanks, Ace. Great job. CJ Easterling on a camera. Kyle Buchanan on a camera. Brad the Boss Ross also on camera. And want to thank our statistician, Pat Bush, our field reporter, Olivia Yatuma, and also want to thank Mr. Novak, Holden Novak, for his media relations. Want to thank you, sir. Great job. Ian Unsworth. We're going to do some great things together. Not over yet. Congratulations on your recent graduation. You did fabulous. And we look forward to having you further down the line.
Thank you, Chad. I appreciate it.
You bet. For all the hardworking folks at the Prep, one more time, a final score today. Liggett wins Game 1 in extra innings, 3-2. And they knock off the number 1 team in the state of Michigan, Northville, in Game 2, 7-0. We'll have games next week on the Prep. Stay tuned for theprepsports.com for all of those details on Tuesday. Thanks so much for watching. Happy Memorial Day weekend. So long, everybody.